Greetings and salutations. Today we're going to be doing a quick preview. I had to re-record this since I had a bit of audio trouble just now. So I'm going to start this because I know it takes a second. And while that's loading, I'm going to mention that we're looking at a video game that I'm making. This is a very early. All right, here we go. All right, so I think I've got the audio kind of squared away. I'm going to keep this a little bit quiet because that was the audio trouble I was having before. I do want the music to be slightly heard, but the game itself, obviously through the vision of that I've had, built through AI, music as well, for them, all of the tracks actually. And this is the opening song that I want the game to sort of run with. It does run independently, so I just wanted to do sort of a features show-offy thing. You saw the options already. Tile editor is just something while I'm working on the game. So let's jump into a new game. We can put a seed, whatever you want. It's fine. And then you land. All right, so now we've got a few things. You can walk around, right? One of the things that's the graphics and whatnot is pretty fundamental. It's rudimentary, but this is temporary. The character right now is Dante, so they have, the quote-unquote all-access pass, right? This is like creative mode almost. You can try and go into rooms. There's all kinds of rooms, and this room is very special. We'll come back to that one. So the point of this is to kind of show off, you can rotate the map here, you can zoom in and out. This is a vision that I've had, and it comes from a book that I wrote where I had all the characters in my head, and I keep trying to get rid of them. So the core game mechanic right now is that you explore each room, which right now the rooms is pretty much the next part where I'm at to build. And that's why this other room over here is very special. So if we look really quickly, we have some ice machine. We can get some ice. Apparently there's only one. Different ice machines have different amounts. I don't have any money, so I can't buy chips. I can't buy snacks or sodas or anything. And so where we find ourselves at is sort of an exploration game. You run into each room, you collect resources, you can build things. We have an inventory. You can move things around. I'd show off some of the other functions and things for this menu here. So let's look at give me some coins. Let's give me 5 coins so I can go get some chips. So there I have a bag of chips and I have a soda. So this is one of the ways that you'd be able to manage your, health and resources and things. And this is a lobby, this one, but then there's like, the offshoot lobbies for like that you'd normally see in a hotel, where you go get ice and stuff. So this is a general principle. Obviously, some of this stuff's going to be subject to change, and as time goes forward, obviously the aesthetic will be updated and so on as well. That was honestly an accident, but this is now my new favorite room. Yeah, so there's that. Oh, interesting, the number went down. Yeah, so the hotel is not like any normal hotel, if you can't tell. And when you read the book, or if you read the book, you'll kind of understand a bit more about the sort of history and the purpose of all of this. Apparently room 97 is a bit wonky. Yeah, so it's really, like I said, early, first version, first pass, first playtest kind of stuff. You know, core key missions right now is just explore. You know, there's things like the map where you can click to travel, which I'm probably gonna try and fix that, or at least make it better, more usable. You know, me as a gamer, I would probably use this to try and travel really quickly if I needed to go somewhere. So that's fine, and you can kind of see how the maps, oh, there we go, there's finally some rows here. The map kind of develops into this shape, you know, and each seed, it is seeded, will produce different maps and so on. So that's just part of the concept. So yeah, now we're in the room 200s. I think that's the main things I wanted to kind of show off. The last little thing I guess would be this room here. This is the special room. Players, you know, you can do this by the way with the map. You can zoom in and out and, you know, bump the rotations and things. So let's see. Yeah, this will essentially be how the user seeds their own adventure as well, right? So not only can we zoom in and out, but we can do this rotation thing because I'm kind of a nerd. I like being able to see things from different angles like this. So, you know, this is just me working the game right now to build it the way that I envision it in my mind, and then we'll tweak all of the special stuff later on. And the song that's playing is pretty much the opening song. So I don't really know if I have anything else, you know, to talk about. I've got some statistics and things, keyboard shortcuts, right, and then statistics so we can see, you know, distance traveled, and these will play a role later as well in some of the stats for the game on how the player advances and whatnot. Your standard health, thirst, energy, and so on. There's a list of rooms that you visited. Where's my favorite room? Here it is. So this is my favorite room, so I'm going to start that one. That's my favorite room. And if we hit enter, it'll warp us to the room. So stuff like that. Some other things, you know, if we click on room 101 over here, for example, the character will walk towards it. I'm not doing anything. You know, quality of life for gameplay stuff, but the essence of the game is not meant to be that fast-paced either, right? You're not meant to really be running up and down all the hallways, although that will become, I think, a feature at some point. So in any case, I'm going to leave that here just sort of to show off where we're at, and snapshot of, you know, the first opening volley of the video game, which I think is going to be called Deversorium Tempus Rimor. Welcome to the club if you're early. If not, sorry you're late, but I hope that between now and wherever you are that the game turned out better than what you're looking at now, which I think it will. So there you go. Future me looking back on old me, or whatever. I don't know. My brain is backwards. Future older me looking back on me now. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think that far ahead. Anyway, this is the time travel hotel, so it's already done, isn't it? I just need to find the right room. Ooh, good song. I'm gonna let this ride for a minute and then we'll close the video.
Time spins fast, my heart's bright call. Stars flash wild where dreams don't fall. Gold portals hum through ages wide. You gleam like fate on heaven's tide. Clocks sing loud in cosmic blaze. Light bends swift to love's sweet gaze. Step closer, spark the years for me. I'll find you in eternity.